I think the bigger issue is this is interconnected to clearly the Biden administration was allowing illegal immigration and then offering up facilities money to operate.
That's absolutely what
But it's I'm not arguing an opinion. I'm saying they did allow this. Biden is quoted as saying surge the border.
Hold on.
he said that.
He told the immigrants to surge
That's a
the
direct
border.
quote.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah. First of all, I love this, the context of that quote. But Kamala Harris, like, literally went out. The
borders are.
I don't want, the borders are. I don't want to even defend Kamala Harris. To be clear, I'm not a fan of the Joe Biden administration, right? But in any case, right, Kamala Harris actually went to Central America and talked about, hey, don't come. You remember this, right?
Sure.
The don't come moment. Yeah.
CNN reports from Andrew Kaczynski, Joe Biden promised to absorb 2 million asylum seekers in a heartbeat. In 2019, he now faces an immigration crisis. So the issue is bigger than just, I think it's a fair argument that if the U.S. government wants to maintain a facility, you got to pay to keep it open.
Sure.
The question is, why were they paying to keep a facility open? They could have just said, we're not letting people in. And if they knew that they were facing an immigration crisis and shutting the border down, they could have shut those facilities down.
International treaties, right, to say that, like, if a person presents themselves at a border, right, or even not at the border, at to government officials, like, we have to process them. That's international. That's actually part of the law. It's not like you just shut it down.
I don't know that that's true.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you're talking about the asylum treaty. One, that's a whole different thing. But like on top of that, like I'm also
that's not a whole different thing. That's part of this, right?
Like,
If
people are claiming asylum.
They're claiming asylum. Yes, actually, we have to process them. We're legally obligated to process those people.
Yeah, we're not obligated to process them here. We can process them at the embassies. We can process them there. And on top of that, people are claiming asylum because of gang violence. Like, I'm sorry, that's not a real reason for asylum.
So they're prohibited from being under the Refugee Act of 1980 and the 1951 UN Refugee Convention. They are prohibited from being returned to their home countries. They must be processed. However, there is no requirement that they enter the United States.
Yeah, well, that's crazy.
You can process them anywhere, sure, right? But that doesn't. But some of them will end up being processed here, and also there's the immigration doesn't happen like straight through the border, right? Because we get immigration from all kinds of sources. Sure. But the point is that we are supposed to process them somewhere, right? And I want them to do it humanely. You bringing up the humane point. The U.S. doesn't treat any of its goddamn prisoners humanely, right? Our citizen prisoners, we don't treat humanely. That's something that we should change. I'm curious, will Doge deal with that? But that's a larger issue, right? That doesn't go to say that any individual contract dealing with these things is necessarily a problem. But we can.
There's something called the Safe Third Country Agreement. Individuals are not required in the United States to apply for asylum in the first safe country they arrive in. However, they can be denied, found ineligible if they do pass through safe countries without seeking protection.
Yeah, so the administration identifies quote unquote safe countries that they can So if you're coming up,
there's no safe countries in all of Central America.
I'm not. Hold on.
I mean, to be honest.
I mean,
all right, well, relative.
No.
Mexico's pretty good, but that's still North America.
Well, even then, Mexico, right? The migrants like staying in.
I guess anything Central America is technically.
Oh my God,
I love Mexico.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you would love Mexico, right? A man of money, right? Who can afford.
Bro, hold on there.
My dad's illegal.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Have you been to Mexico? You do not need to be a man of money. People go to Mexico specifically because the medical care is cheaper.
It's great.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
That's why I love Mexico.
You went to Mexico because the
medical treatment.
Really? Oh.
Because you can get medical treatment that's not legal in the United States, and it's like a tenth of the cost.
Okay.
So family members of mine get all their dental work done in Mexico. Not only is it like a tenth of the cost, but they have advanced technology. They do blood platelet treatment. I don't know what it's called. After you get dental work done, they take some of your plasma. They spin it in a centrifuge, take the concentrated platelets, and inject it at the site to increase healing. Bro, Mexico is awesome. And they have Buffalo Wild Wings.
Also, on that note.
Okay, well then shout out to Mexico.
Quick, I will say Mexico, they also have like drive-through pharmacies, which are pretty cool. Like you can go in there and tell them what you want. So if you wanted to get, the gear or whatever is legal there, you get a prescription.
Bro, Mexico is, you can get really, really incredible food. Like, I got to tell you, man, the reason why people go to Tijuana and Cancun and places is because you can live well for very little money. Like, you can get...
Same thing.
It's amazing.
My point is that your situation is different. When you're in Mexico, right? I'm assuming you're not desperate for housing. I'm assuming you're not on the streets. Migrants coming through to Mexico get abused all the time, right?
That's not our problem.
It's true though. He's right.
Yeah, they get
abused.
Yeah, they
But
get
it's
abused.
not our problem.
They
Like,
got-
I hate to sound
exactly.
like a dick. Like it's
Yeah,
like
I know.
America
No, Gibbs.
has its own problems.
I get it. No, Gibbs. I know you don't actually give a damn about anyone else, right?
Sure.
But for the rest of us, right? For the people who actually have humanity, we actually do care about these people, right?
I disagree with it. I think you're evil. Thanks for watching this clip from the Culture War podcast. We're live every Friday, 10 a.m. to noon. So subscribe and come hang out.